What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Crimson Lounge. Back at it again with some more Primordials bounty. Say hi, everybody.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Today, On will not be joining us. Some stuff came up, and, well, I don't expect him to show up, but if he does, you know, woohoo for everybody. Yeah, how's everybody been since the last time we spoke?
Been good.
I'm alive, so can't complain too much.
I'm not in jail. That's a good thing.
Well, I would hope not. That would be awkward. Man, that would have been...
everyone? I'm playing D&D in the jail cell.
Funny enough, I actually think that's an actual thing in some jails, that people do play D&D in jail.
Well, I mean...
I would not be surprised.
I mean, when you think about it, it'd be at least a good form of rehabilitation for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Assuming they actually want to get out of jail quickly.
I still remember way back when they traded Pokemon cards as currency. Or, not Pokemon cards, but any kind of cards. That made me wonder, do they, trade dice as currency? I'll give you 2d4 if you give me the d8.
I know trading cigarettes is a thing.
Cards I could actually believe because it would probably have that same level of usefulness as cigarettes. Dice I couldn't see.
Well, you'd be surprised. There are actually, a lot of things that in certain prisons they do trades as currencies. I remember a long time ago I read an article about that they, that some people in prisons kept very rare cards. Even an example was a Pokemon card, so that when they get out, they could sell it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be it. That would be one good thing to do it. Be a guarantee of be a good guarantee of money once they get out.
I'll let you fuck me in the ass for that, Charizard.
The fuck?
Oh, that would be fucked up. But yeah, I guess with that aside...
Give me a minute, I gotta do something.
Alright.
Go ahead, transition us.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try and transition
us to the game.
Alright. When last we left our crew, Zilyana the Succubus Witch, Starzin the Lalafell Artificer, Sips the Slimefolk Monk, and Brutus the Envie Ranger, after freeing Bishop from the Leviathan Empire's ship before he was sent away to the Ice Fortress, they docked into the city of Base, took the express elevator up to the city of Treble, taking the express elevator up with, knowing Brutus's fear of heights, the crew took a tour around the city, seeing the cleanliness of the city of Treble, along with meeting some of the locals and their very high fine establishing pubs. The crew did some research. They found out that Kalis is on the outskirts of Aria Woods, so the crew took Bishop, the Orc Fighter, and Stargem, the Storm Goliath Cleric Sorcerer, into the woods, in which they encountered a new kind of elemental, one that they have never seen before. And after a bit of standing around waiting for something to happen, Starzin gave the okay to fire on it, and combat ensued, which later led to them understanding their foe to hop between shadows and causing fear by producing a massive bubble of darkness. After a couple of rounds of combat, their old friend Kayla showed up, looking a lot not as bad as Markov was, but the sure signs of the corruption from the book began to show through the hair, the eyes, and the skin of Kalis. And after a bit of conversation, understanding that the elemental that they fought was a new kind of elemental, known as a shadow elemental, dubbed by Kalis, and actually giving it a name called Umbros, the crew had a bit of conversation with Kalis, asking what happened between the two, where he's been, what they've been up to, and their newfound goal to finding the Primordials bounty, and a bit of a race between the two. Now, we come back to you all inside of a mansion that Kalis used the magic to summon, and you all are resting up for the next day. So I guess the question we should all be asking is, what do you guys do?
So we've already had a long rest?
Oh, not yet. You're in the mansion right now, and, basically being served food and stuff like that in Kalis's dining room inside the mansion. I guess the question is do you want to take a long rest now, or is there something you would want to do before the long rest hits?
Well, Bruce hasn't. I don't have any ideas, so. Oh, there's some music.
Yep. Some appropriate nighttime music. Alright, so nothing on your side, Brutus?
Well, other than just, I guess, a general question to the group. So, we found Kalis. What are we going to do now? Like, where's our next objective? Gonna fly a tree, gonna go look for some hags, or we're gonna go for some treasure? Or are we gonna leave the island?
Didn't we already send people out to go take care of the treasure?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, no. There was talk about it, but none of you guys actually sent people out there.
Yeah, we never actually did it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Didn't we set aside people to go do it?
No.
Yeah, and we just said you talked about it, but you never did it.
I suggested that we would send people
I
down.
guess I'm not listening then.
I think I was the one who suggested that we should send people down there. Well, more specifically, to go down to see if there is treasure and to hunt the copper slime. But
I think we were honestly going to go for the treasure and just say fuck the slime. As in, we're not touching that with a 10.5-foot pole.
Well, I mean, I think the conversation was there was talk about having some of your crew members do this treasure and the slime since they were so close to each other, and you said you wanted to do both of them yourselves because I think potential ambush, and with the slime thing, only one of you guys is well prepared for fighting it, and that would be Sips, because she can transform herself into being resistant to poison.
Okay, that rings a bell.
yeah, that does sound familiar. So, again, I pose the question. Tree, hags, treasure? Or are we going to go running off after a bit of rest?
Well, we need money, so running off isn't exactly an option I want to consider right now.
Personally, for me, I would like to kill that tree at least so we can earn the bounty on it. As long as it's still there. Then we could go see about the hags since they're close by. And if we're really interested, we can go by and see about that treasure and then wander back up. Might take us a lot longer, but if we fill all of our boxes. But, that's just my suggestion.
Zips, what's your thought? Good talk.
Clyde?
Let's do it again next time.
I clearly stepped away to make pizza, and then I called.
Well, maybe if you said something about going to make a pizza.
Maybe if I did say something about going to make a pizza.
It's a little thing that I like to call communication.
Fuck no, I don't want to communicate. You think that's why I play these games? Fuck, that is why I play these games.
You don't see me right now, but I'm literally doing the gym face, just staring at the camera.
Alright, what's up? I know I like Sips was mentioned. What was said?
What do you want to do? Because Brutus mentioned that he would rather go fight the tree, then deal with the hags, then go get the treasure. If we have time.
I am going to agree with Brutus. I would rather fight the tree and the hags.
I'm on board with going for the tree and the hags first, but I personally think we should probably try to deal with the hags before going for the tree.
Because you think they might interfere with us trying to take out the tree?
Yeah, and if we're having to deal with both of them at the same time, it could make the fight a bit more difficult than we want it to be. Especially if they have any correlation to it. Only logical to assume that if they did have anything to do with this and they're the cause of it, that if we tried to destroy it, they would likely interfere. So, take out the source, then excise the symptom. If that makes sense.
I guess so. Well, I'm more worried about is somebody else taking the bounty of the tree before we can get there.
Well,
that's not.
Well, the bounty's only been up for a few days at best. So, if anything, the tree might not be high on the priority for most hunters unless they are actually seasoned and experienced.
You never know. Fair enough. If you think the hags might be more of a bigger concern, we could always go down.
I think that would be the wiser decision.
Alright, so you guys plan on going to the hags first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright.
I have nothing else to say. I'm ready for a long rest.
Okay. What about you? What about the other two? What are your guys's, what is there anything you like to do for tonight?
I don't know if there's anything I really can do. Because, I mean, I've done training, I've just got to wait for the level up, and I can't really think of... Well, okay. I mean, I guess I could talk with Jim and Bishop on the situation. That's the only thing I can really think to do.
Which reminds me, didn't you guys pay for a like a fish tank when you guys were in town?
I believe so.
I believe so.
I believe
Was-
someone took money out of it, either out of the ship's treasury or they paid it out of pocket.
All right,
But I
was
do
just
remember that
asking.
happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was asking.
Yeah, I remember that happening because we talked about using the statistics of a chest and just supplementing it.
Using a large chest and just renaming it as a fish tank.
Yeah.
All right. Sips, is there anything you would like to do?
Hello. Yes. Is there anything I would like to do?
Yeah.
You're talking like we're in the camp, right?
You're in the mansion, yes.
Okay. So I'm in the mansion. Well, at the end of my rest, I get to produce my ooze potion.
But besides that,
no, I think I'm pretty good to go.
all right. All right. So after you guys finish up your meals in the grand dining room, which Kalis treats everybody with with many delicacies from basically anywhere and everywhere. So you have a full platter of, many different kinds of food, such as a roasted pig, along with some fruit, like some fruit in a basket, along with some chicken breasts grilled to perfection. With some side sauce to dip the chicken into. Vegetables for you to pluck from. Just a variety of food, so that way it can appeal to everybody's palates.
All right.
Nice.
And
It's a good bunch of good eats.
yeah. And after you guys finish up your meal, you go off to take a long rest. Can I have one of you guys roll me a perception check?
Brutus, that might be you since you have the highest perception.
Oh,
That
before we continue, I will say on did text me, he says that he would like to go after the evil tree first.
Ah,
Also, I don't know who has the higher perception. What is your perception, Brutus?
5, which a total of
Well,
passive
I said
is
all
15.
three of you.
Oh,
All three
all
of you
three of
roll
them.
me a perception.
10.
I'm a dumbass.
that looks like a 22.
18.
Alright. So, Sips. As you basically as you go ahead and go into
Yeah.
your... What?
Nothing.
As you go ahead and... After a couple of hours of you sleeping, you hear some noise in the hallway. Basically sounds like somebody is walking through the halls. And then after... you basically hear somebody walk through the halls. What do you do?
I'll get up. I'll go out. I'll see what's happening.
Alright, do you do it quietly or obviously?
Let's do quiet.
Alright, roll me stealth.
Who has inspiration then?
Not one.
Who does have inspiration? That is a good question. Sips, you actually have inspiration.
Yeah, I know.
And
Not one.
Oh yeah.
Alright. On also has inspiration. Do we want to leave it as a group inspiration thing? You know, use it whoever wants to use it or something like that?
I'm fine with that.
Alright.
For anyone who's not here who has the inspirations, it'll be a group choice. I'm okay with that.
Alright. Well, as a nat 1, as you basically creak, basically, yeah, as you open the door, it just like,
Yeah.
and you just see two heads poke out from the down the hall. You see Kalis and Bishop. It's like, Sip. Oh, you're sorry. Did we wake you?
Kalis and Bishop?
Yeah, Kalis and Bishop.
No, I'm easy enough to wake up anyways. What are you two doing still up?
We're just talking, you know, catching up, stuff like that. It's fine. We're just talking. And Bishop is just nodding his head at that. Yeah, like, yep, just talking.
Nope, just talking.
Just talking.
Definitely.
Is there anything else?
I continue to stare at them through the door.
As you do that, as you do that, they look at you and their heads just go back into the corner, just slowly slide away.
Yep. I'm gonna say definitely just talking. As I kind of close my door.
Yep, and that's it for you, I suppose.
Yep.
All right. In that case, then you wake up the next morning, and Sips again. Surprisingly enough, as you wake up, you get dressed, you walk to your door, and on your door entrance, you see a letter.
Opening up the letter.
All right. It should be accessible for everybody. Well, should be. It's under Maps, Notes, and Documents, called Letter to Sips and Crew. Do you see it?
Yep, I see it.
The Edgar, Ambrose, and I.
Well, hang on. Can you read it from the beginning out loud?
Okay. Dear Sips and Crew, I hope this letter finds you all in good spirits. I wanted to let you know that Edgar, Ambrose, and I have flew away from Arya Woods and are off to run some errands on the other islands. As much as I would love to stay and chat longer, I've gathered all the information I needed. Once my errands are completed, I will be heading to the Grand Sealy to seek the Primordials bounty. The race to the bounty is on, and I wish you safe travels and the best of luck in your own pursuits. Good luck to with the hag hunt and destroying the Kira Idel, the giant evil tree. May fortune favor us. Your friend, Kalis. P.S. Bishop, please take care. Please take of your new crew.
Sorry, take care of. Sorry.
Please take care of your new crew. They're going to need all the help they can get where they are going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the care bit of it.
It's fine.
I will sigh and kind of smile as I open up my door and walk out.
Oh, also taped onto the letter is a letter stamp for you to send letters to, you're given an emblem that can be put on your letter stamp. That's in your, that's in, I think, On's possession.
Yeah.
So you can now send letters to Kalis, and Kalis can send them back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, I leave my room. Then I go out to meet the rest of the crew and hand them the letter.
All right. Stars. If you hand it to Starzin, he'll read it, and for everybody else, he'll probably also read it aloud, and just after reading it, we'll say, "Guess we're really doing this, huh?"
Brutus just walks down the stairs in like a one-piece pajama suit with his hat on. Morning, everybody! Oh, what's all the glum faces? What's all the glum faces all of a sudden?
Just this letter Kalis left us.
I guess I take the letter and I read through it.
If you so choose.
Well, I guess the hunt is on. And I give it back.
And I'll probably be putting that away and handing the, or I'm assuming Sips is going to hand the stamp so that we can send letters to Zil.
To
Kalis. So Zil can send letters to Kalis.
Yeah.
I guess it gets handed to Zilyana.
All right. Zilyana takes it, puts it in her bra.
Bra of holding. It holds more than just titty. I'm sorry.
Shut up.
Yeah. Bishop comes down from his room and is like, "Morning, everybody."
Morning.
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 Yep. All right. So, what's the plan? What are we off to do today?
Well,
Oh, right. We're off to go deal with the Hags. Was it?
Well, the Hags or the tree. I was saying the Hag. I was thinking we should do the Hags first. Zil is wanting to do the tree first.
I think personally doing the Hags first is a good idea.
You know, I'm going to ask this question. When we do get to the Hags, are we going to fight them or are we going to talk to them?
Well, we're probably. Well, I can only imagine that we're going to want to try to talk to them first. At least try to find a diplomatic solution. Considering that's what we've been doing, but if they appear to get hostile with us, I mean, well, if we have to fight, we have to fight.
If they are the ones behind the Kira Urdell and they are the ones cursing that town, I don't think they're going to be willing to talking with us, unless we broker some kind of deal. And as far as we've seen, deals with Hags always go sour.
I mean, I wouldn't know. My knowledge of hags isn't exactly refined.
Not to mention, there might be a good chance that not only they're involved, but that maybe they might protect the tree, like you're scared of. And if we do negotiate a broker deal, they're not going to exactly allow to step aside while we hunt the tree. Not unless we find some other method.
Unless we can take down the tree quickly. And that's hoping a lot.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, even if we're going after the tree, did anybody remember to get copper
Oh, yeah.
projectiles?
You see actually Brutus pull out 2 of his quivers, and inside both of them both have the copper bolts, but also the flat bolts.
I just brought these. Just in case we want to change our mind for the copper killer slime.
Well, at least we're not going into the Cyrodiil unprepared. I'll be honest, I completely forgot to see about getting copper bullets for me. But lesson learned.
I mean, I thought it was fine if we had something magical, and I have this as I pull out the Aurora blade that I have.
If I remember correctly from the research we did, it didn't say it resisted all damages. At least from the story or the research we did. Unless it has copper in it.
Or unless it
pretty
has
sure.
Or unless it's got something copper embedded in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Because I believe, you guys did roll pretty well. I'll go ahead and look into the information.
It was a nat-
Actually rolled a nat 20 on that one.
Oh yeah, it wasn't at 20.
We might have some bad news. No, wait, no, I don't. No, I don't have bad news, thank God. Yeah, no bad news here. So, yes. So, essentially, it is resistant to all damage. Yeah, it's resistant to all damage. It'll regenerate, and if you try to kill it, it will gain half of its HP back. As soon as it hits 0, and it basically happens every fucking time. There is no limit on how many times you need to do it. But if you put copper inside of it, it can no longer regenerate, and it would lose its resistance to all damage, and become vulnerable to fire again.
Okay, so yeah, even the Aurora blade would be resistant against until it's coppered.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I do have some copper coins.
If you somehow can take a copper coin and shove it inside a magic tree, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, it has to, at most, it has to have at least the copper be, it has to be about a couple inches into the tree for the copper to take effect.
Well, we know what we need to do with the Cyrodiil, I guess. But like I said, the question is: do we want to fight the tree first, or do we want to go for the hags first? I'm preferring to go for the hags first, considering if they're connected, it'd be better to take them out of the equation first, then deal with the tree. But Zill's wanting to get the tree out of the way and then deal with that. So
Yeah, but it was pretty much a majority vote at this point.
I just want to double check.
You guys, yeah, it's pretty much majority vote. You all said that you wanted to go see the witches first.
Well, it's majority vote versus captain's vote.
And the majority wins over the captain's vote.
Alright.
Like, when it comes to voting, I see captains having 2 votes instead of 1. Because it's the fucking captain.
Well, I know, and you've explained that. I just wanted to basically say that if you want to change your mind at this point, this is your chance to change it and do a revote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we're all in agreement for the Hags, I mean, then we could go deal with the Hags.
Look, it's either going to be this. We either try to deal with the Hags, see if they're connected to the tree. If they are, then that's bad. If they aren't, then that's good. Or any way, shape, form. Or we deal with the tree first and deal with repercussions of the Hags if they are connected. So, either way, we're going to deal with both. So, sure, why not? Let's go with Hags.
Alright.
Alright. Hags it is then? Alright. Okay, so, in that case then, as you... By the way, I will say, during that entire conversation, you notice that Jim hasn't been talking to you guys, or hasn't been really paying attention much to the conversation.
Jim, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. We're going after the Hags. That's okay. All right.
You got any problem? You can voice them.
Sorry, what were you about to say? All right, go ahead and insight.
Brutus is just being straightforward and blunt, saying, "If you got any problems with it, you can voice them."
Well, let me see how she rolls. Insight.
My insight was an 8, so pretty easy to beat.
Well, unless she rolls an at 1.
That's putting a lot of faith in luck.
You joke, but that's... When it comes to us, it has happened.
I know it has happened, but I never put faith in luck that high.
Deception. Well, that's a 5.
Yes.
I mean, she's not proficient in deception, so...
I mean, you know what? She's a cleric. It's a charisma ability, so it's not entirely surprising.
By the way, she rolled a 2.
Pretty close to that 1 you were talking about.
Jesus.
Never doubt my rolls.
I love how always when it's like an inter-party roll I always, despite the fact I roll low, it is still enough.
Alright.
That's kind of ridiculous.
With that insight of yours, you get the sense that you get the sense that she's on the fence about something. Like she's contemplating something and she doesn't know when it would be a good time to bring it up or not.
Would you prefer to have a private talk about this later, Jim?
I mean, it's like the moment when she realizes you kind of know she's she's contemplating something. She just looks up at you and just, I don't know if I could be a part of this crew anymore.
Any any particular reasons?
It's just the conversation with Kalis. And how all of you all were on board with destroying the Empire, and that, and also some of your actions that has been happening. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't, and it's just... I don't know, I grew up in the Empire. I understand that there are some bad sides to it. Not everything's perfect, but willing to tear down the government, destroy something that has been established for many years, and part of my faith is attached to the kingdom and its rulers. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a good fit for this crew with everything that you all have talked about.
Starzin just gives a really heavy sigh, like a heavy sigh breath about it. Well, here, let me say something. Now, I'm not going to try to change your mind or try to justify anything that has happened. As a matter of fact, I just want to give you a unique point of view from someone who was not really has never really had any influence over either side of this war. Now, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't fully on board with this whole thing of doing dismantling the government, going to find the bounty, all this, yada yada yada. Truth be told, I don't even know that I'm still fully set on it. Because truthfully, all I've wanted to do is just leave. All I wanted to do was just get away from all of it. Just try to start over and just pretend that everything that happened in Tarim was a bad dream. I just wanted to run. I've seen horrible stuff. Some things that the Leviathan Empire committed, and I hold resentment over it. I do resent the Empire for it, but I don't know that I want to leave it behind. I want to move on from it, and truth be told, I don't even know that I can commit to doing all of this, even dismantling a government that more or less took everything from me. My home, my community, maybe even my family. But and just look at me wanting to run away from all of it like a scared little schoolboy. I don't blame you for not wanting to go through with this. The Empire was your home. It served as a key foundation of your faith. And the last thing I want is anybody to experience the same loss that I felt. And when he says that, his voice cracks a little. So I don't blame you for being conflicted. But I think we should just I think we all need time to process and contemplate things about everything, because some of us are on board with this, not all of us are, and there's people like me who are conflicted or just stuck in the middle because they never wanted any of this to begin with, and then there's others like you, Jem, who just see it, who almost can't bring themselves to do it because it's your home, because it's everything about your home. You don't have to make a decision on it right now, because I can tell you I'm not coming to a full decision just yet. Plus, we have until we leave Aria, until we're set to leave Aria Woods before we make a decision. You'd be missed as a crew member, that's for sure. But I wouldn't blame you for wanting to walk away from all of it.
Does anybody else want to want to say anything into this conversation as well?
I do. Bruce actually just kind of coughs a bit after that and goes,
Well, some of us may not have picked their sides or their choices here, but I've kind of picked mine. And it is, I really think, personally, I have no fun side between either system. The Empire, the Kingdom, I really have nothing against either one. My hometown was never really involved too deeply other than potential taxes and stuff. And I really don't see the point of need to assemble the whole thing. At least me personally. But what I'm here for and what I'm doing this for now, it's not only for my own personal reasons, but because I want to save that dumbass kid. I'm more or less in this for him. To save his dumbass from the stupid decision he made. You all can go against it if you want. And I really don't think all of us, let alone myself, have the choice in the matter if we should disassemble governments or organizations of that hierarchy or whatever. You all may have your own personal opinions and feelings on it, and that's fair. That's fine. There are going to be a couple of bad apples in any batch. My grandma always said, just because the plot's poison doesn't mean all potatoes are bad. And just because there are a few handful of bad potatoes doesn't mean the whole plot's bad. And if you want to walk away, that's very fine on you, and that's very brave. This is your own personal decision. But if you stay around here, you might even influence the outcome of what's going to happen. For me, I just want to save that dumbass kid. I could give hell whether the Empire or anything else happens. As long as I get my quarry, that's all I care about.
Sips, is there anything you would like to add to this conversation as well?
I can't say that I feel the same. I, myself, have never really had any place to call home. I mean, I was born into this world to fight, and I was going to be sold to the Leviathan Empire. So you could say I do have some resentments. But I do know I can't be the only one who wishes that they could be free to do what they want. And as far as I've seen, the government doesn't quite allow that. I just want to enable everybody to be free as they wish. Now, if you want to go back home and fight for your empire, who am I to stop you? That's what you wish. But I would say it would be greatly appreciated if you stayed with us.
Alright. Starzin,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
The DC is lowered because of Brutus and Sips.
Use the inspiration.
4.
Use the group inspiration.
All right. I'm willing to use the group inspiration if we're all in consensus with it.
This is where you use the group inspiration, not for my nat 1. This is where you use it.
All right. Okay. Okay. One more time. One more time.
One
more time. 21.
21. Okay.
21. Lady Luck came through.
You see some contemplation as she begins to think over the words that you've said. And eventually she will raise her head up to meet all your gazes. I'm willing to stick around for a little bit longer. At least until the next island, or hell, maybe before you lot set off to the Grand Sealy. Maybe give you guys some time to convince me this is the right, this it would give you lot and me enough time to really decide if I am actually fit to be a part of this crew or not. My faith is about protecting and helping the innocent, those who travel across the seas, and help prevent basically disasters whenever a storm hits. And if I don't know if I don't know if the Empire needs to be brought down or not, but I know one way or another, if this does happen, a massive storm like this will hit, and many people will probably die from it. So I'm willing to stay with you lot for a little while longer. But if I'm not convinced, I do want to leave. If the argument isn't compelling. Does that sound fair?
More than fair. That is your wish. We will honor it.
Brutus just nods.
Of course that's fair. Fair, Jim.
Alright. Well, in that case then, while I am still on your crew, I will keep serving as the person that guides you through storms, as your navigator. At least I think that's what her role was.
No, I thought that was a Jade.
It was Jade and Metra. I think Yeah, I think just God, I don't even know what it's called. Like a meteorologist, I suppose.
I think she was like our meteorologist.
Mm-hmm.
I will continue to be your meteorologist on whatever voyages that we take from this point on.
And we will be grateful for all the insight that you provide for us in everything weather. And of course, just being a good friend.
She nods her head at that as she goes ahead and gets her gear up in the ready and begins to leave the mansion.
All right.
Put on all my gear and stuff, and I'll look at my cloak.
The cloak is inert.
Oh, ain't that funny? Ship, Starzin?
Hmm?
I think something's wrong with my cloak.
Isn't that the cloak that tells you the weather?
Yeah,
We're
it
still in
weird
the.
or anything.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Sure.
22.
Alright, with your knowledge in how spells work, especially with a spell like this, it created a pocket dimension. And because in this pocket dimension there is no weather, the cloak cannot be used here. Because there is no weather here for that to predict.
That is exactly what I was thinking. I just wanted to make the Arcana check to make sure that my character would know this.
Yeah, it's just a matter of you're in a pocket. You're in a dimension where weather isn't really a thing, so that's why the cloak is not working right now. The moment you step outside, on the other hand, it will work.
Weather
Give me straight, Dr. Starzin. How bad does it look?
Shut the fuck up.
I had to make the joke. I had to do it. It popped in my head.
Next time you make that joke with you on the patient table, I'm gonna make it a grim joke back at you.
Anyways.
All right.
Give it to me straight, Doc. How bad is it?
Anyways. Moving on.
Starzin just looks at the cape, looks at the mansion, and just says, "Yeah, it's not working because we're still in the mansion."
Oh.
Yep, pocket dimensional spell, no weather. Can't really tell the weather in a dimension that doesn't have weather. Make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Right. So your cloak is fine. It's just not going to work in here. When we step back into our home realm, it should work just fine. And by should, I mean it most likely will.
Oh,
Alright.
Starzin gets the rest of his gear and just says, "All right, back to work."
Alright, y'all step out. And as you step out, you feel the raindrops hit upon your face as it is raining this day.
You know what's funny? As we were about to step out, it goes,
well, that's good. I was going to make sure it wasn't going to rain or anything.
And as for your cloak, tomorrow there is no rain. It's just cloudy.
Good news. It's not going to rain. It's just going to be cloudy tomorrow.
Well, that'll be good for tomorrow, but for now we're gonna have to trudge to those hags through rain.
On the bright
not
side,
worry.
with the forests that you're in, it's not that much of a hindrance.
Not to worry. With a force like this, it's not going to hinder us too bad. As long as you stick with me.
True. We do have a lot of natural umbrellas. Trees. nature's finest inventions.
Anyways, Brutus, can you go ahead and move the token 5 squares?
Got it. We're going to this. We're going right here. Just be safe, right?
That's where the hags are. So yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As you begin to traverse through the forest, it becomes thicker and thicker. Would you like me? Can I have one of you guys roll me a d20?
Want me to do it?
ahead.
If you so choose. Otherwise, I can roll it if you want. If you feel your luck
That's
is
just my roll.
particularly bad.
Yeah, it's just a boss roll. It's not like it's gonna be bad.
What could possibly go wrong?
All right, roll me
10.
another d20.
Oh, another one?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a 10
Like
on
I
the
said.
first one, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. And this one is an 18.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. What do we got? All right. So as you begin to traverse through the forest, with your keen eye. As you're walking through the forest and it gets thicker and thicker, the shaded parts become a little bit. It becomes darker and darker, but luckily for Brutus's keen eye and recognizing prey, per se, you manage to catch the glimpse of a couple of feline-like creatures. Just stalking amongst the stalking amongst the sides of the trees.
With my current ones, which are, I think, beasts and elementals, do I know this is a beast?
Yes, these are beasts.
Ah, interesting. Do I recall them? Or are they just like large tigers or lions?
Roll me a nature check.
This will be with advantage. Good thing I have high nature. 14.
14. I'll say this is a pass. Let's see. You know these beasts to be called... Yeah, you know these beasts to be called Megatarians? Basically giant feline panthers. Or, sorry, not giant, large... Sorry. They're basically feline panthers that are good at stalking through green environments by using the shadows to hide amongst the canopy.
Vegetarians. Great stalking predators of the Greenlands. Specifically into trees. Forests like this one.
Forests, grasslands, hills.
Pretty much anything with a bit of green on it, they're good in it. Best we leave them be, or do we want to go for some extra hunting?
Well, based off of the way they are looking, it looks like you're their next meal.
Hunt it is then.
Alright.
I was about to say, it looks like we don't have a choice.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, and I will take you over to the map. there, and then I'm gonna need to get the square out. Yeah, we'll see right there. Alright, I'll move you over to the battle map. Go ahead and move yourself where you want to be moved. And then I'll show where the enemies are.
I'll probably be right there, since I'm still leading, technically.
Apparently you would be south.
Oh, we were going south?
Yeah.
Okay. So that way then.
Alright.
I'll go there, right there.
I'll be towards the east.
I'm gonna have Zil be... Zil will be right there. Bishop will be right here taking up the rear end. So, yeah. Alright, in that case then, can I have you roll me initiative?
Yes, sir. 8.
That's an 11.
Alright, okay. Here are the enemies. Did Clyde roll yet?
Lad.
No, I didn't roll yet. I forgot to, actually. There, a natural 7. Natural 2. That's so ass. That's so ass.
Alright. Alright, with that, with everybody's rolls in order, let combat begin. Alright, so starting up first, let us see here. Starting up first is Storm Jim. Let's see here. What's your order, Starzin? Should I hit them fast and loose, or should I be conservative?
Be conservative for the moment.
Alrighty. In that case, then, she will go ahead. Yep, she's gonna be conservative. She's gonna go ahead and hold up a magic orb and fires a magic orb. As she goes ahead and fires the first, and it will hit the Megatarian on the top left, dealing 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Up next is Bishop, as he will go ahead and run over to the Megatarian on the upper right, near the tree, moving 25 feet forward, holding up his axe and shield. And we'll go ahead and go for 2 swings with his battle axe. With a 17 and a 19, both of those will hit. Dealing a combined total of 21 damage. Or, sorry, 22 points of damage. Let's see here. Alright, and that'll be the end of that. It will go ahead and be Starzin's turn.
Alright. I will... Let's see. I will take pot shots on the one that Bishop attacked.
Alrighty.
With my rotary arm cannon.
Go for it.
25 and a 10.
25 will hit.
That is 15 points of piercing.
15 points of piercing. Alrighty. As you go ahead and you take aim with your rotary cannon, you light it up with bullets as you knock it down to half HP, or more than half its HP.
And for my bonus action, I will cast Static Bolt. Yeah, I can do that.
Same target?
Same target.
Alright, go for it.
9.
Yeah, unfortunately a 9 will not hit.
9! 9!
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. Megatarian 1. It will go ahead and let out a bit of a roar. Yeah, it's going to go ahead and let out a bit of a roar as... Actually, hang on, let me see real fast here. Oh, yeah. Alright. Yes, it's going to go ahead and let out a roar as basically part of the head flaps up as 3 bolts of energy fires out from it and makes its way over to... You know, it's going to go ahead and make its way over to Brutus as 3 bolts of magic hits you in the chest, Brutus. 4... 9, 10, 11, 12... For 12 points of force damage.
Ow.
As the feline will go ahead and run behind the tree. Megatarian number 2's turn. As it's going to go ahead and run up. And it's going to go ahead and cast... Yep, it's going to go ahead and try and do that. Yep, it's going to go ahead and try to cast Hold Person on... Fuck it, it's going to go ahead and try and cast it on Storm Gem. Well then, alright, that's a nat 1. as the head of this one, as a flap on the head of this one raises up, as it shoots out a beam and it hits Storm Gem directly into the chest as she begins to try and move. Her joints freeze up as she is now paralyzed. As this one will go ahead and run behind the tree. The third one will go ahead, right next to Bishop, will go ahead and cast Blur on itself. Making it hard to hit. Brutus, it is now your turn.
Just kind of rubbing the chest and goes, to be honest, I didn't know they could do that. I'm readying my crossbows, and I'm going to... I probably should measure this before. Let's see how far... Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use an action to use the Blackhorn crossbows effect. Going to use one of its charges, and I'm going to target it.
Can you go ahead and read me what this ability is?
Use one action to target one creature within 30 feet, and they make a Wisdom saving throw, DC of 16. Failed save takes 3d6 psychic damage and blinded for 1 minute. Repeat save at the end of the turn.
Alright. Alright, it will go ahead and make a Wisdom saving throw. As you go ahead and you cast this, it hits, but unfortunately it is still able to see.
Shoot. Guess I do roll the psychic damage, or it says or takes. So no psychic damage. All right.
Yeah. It takes 3d6 and blinded for 1 minute. Repeat on saving throws. Yeah.
With that, Brutus is just gonna grit his teeth and then just bonus action cast a Hunter's Mark on that one. Keep a mark on him. That's all he can do right now.
Okie dokie.
And I'm gonna make it move in closer a little bit to pretty much make sure it's like I'm its target. Actually, wait. I have the movement. I'm just gonna run up to it. Right there. 20 feet. See if it runs away now, since I'm close. That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Sips, it is your turn.
Ooh. I have the movement for that. Can I see this one?
I mean, you saw a duck behind the tree, so yeah. You know it's there.
Perfect. My movement. My strike. As I whip out my Aurora Blade. 2 hands on the blade for 2 strikes. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
11 cold damage.
And it will take 11 cold.
Cool. How about some more? 25 to hit.
25 will also hit.
How about 7 more cold damage?
Alright.
How's it looking?
Still up.
Still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Okay. I will sit here and do absolutely nothing with the rest of my turn.
Okie dokie. Alright. Vegetarian number 4, the one right next to Brutus. It will... You know what? It will do it. It will go ahead and do that then. It will go ahead and cast Burning Hands.
Wonderful.
I will need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Got it.
Come on, you can beat the
Nat
heat.
20. For a
See, I
total of
told you.
27.
See, I told you could beat the heat.
Alright, as you quickly see it coming, you quickly dodge out of the way before it completely sends your scales completely. As you only will take, from the divination from that, then the divination from that, 3 points of fire damage.
You singe my hat!
And roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Got it. 20.
Alright, your concentration is still up. Alright, Zilyana's turn. As she will go ahead and wander over next to Starzin. Actually, no, she's gonna wander over to actually no, she's gonna stay where she is, but she's gonna go ahead and cast. Actually, yeah, she's gonna go ahead and cast. She's gonna cast Halloween Curse at the Megatarian that paralyzed Storm Gym. You know what? She's gonna cast it at 2nd level, because why not? She has the spell slots for it. The Megatarian will need to make a Wisdom saving throw. That is a failure. As it will go ahead and take 15 points of necrotic damage. And it will need to make a Constitution saving throw. Nope, whole person's still up.
Damn.
Alrighty. She will go ahead and have Stitch fly over. Yeah. And have Stitch... Can't remember. Was it... I think she could just make... I think Stitch could just make an attack action. Only spells where he has to use a reaction to cast, so...
Yeah, because of familiar rules.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna go ahead and make a scratch attack with a 13. That will hit, dealing 7 points of piercing damage. Or slashing damage. And that'll be it. Storm Gem's turn. She will go ahead... Because she's paralyzed, it'll be the end of her turn, but she will make a Wisdom saving throw. Alright, 19. That will bust her out of it. As Storm Gem will just like, what kind of beasts are capable of casting spells?
Apparently these ones are.
Which is funny, because based off your history rolls, these beasts shouldn't be able to cast spells.
Which is kind of strange. They're not really meant to. Or at least that's what I learned.
Another piece of the puzzle I tend to find out.
As Bishop yells back, is like, what, are we talking about new breeds of monsters then? As he will go ahead and swing twice. Damn!
Oh!
Even with blur?
Well,
Impressive.
well, one of them hits, but one of them was a natural 20 and a 27.
Damn!
The second one, on the other hand, misses, so only one attack hits.
I mean, still
yeah.
with disadvantage, though. That's a hell of a good roll.
Dealing 9 points of slashing damage. You know what? Nah, never mind. He has nothing else to use right now. He's going to be conservative for the witch hunt, just in case. But that will be the end of Bishop's turn. Starzin, it is now your turn.
Right, okay. Let's see. So they've got blur active, which means attacks on them are at disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I have an idea.
Oh no. He has an idea.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the bombs are deck saves, right?
Yes, they are deck saves.
Okay. And does it have to be on the hex that they're at? Or the space they're on?
You can throw it at them or next to them.
So it can be on the same space or the space adjacent.
Well, Tam, let me look back, because I think I texted you about this a while back ago.
I'm pretty sure you did, but that's probably like way back when.
Alright, so I'm gonna do... Okay, I see what we did now. Basically, if you're trying to aim at somebody, you make an attack roll. Whether or not it hits or miss, it will explode.
Okay, so I choose where it aims, but it explodes regardless.
Yes. So,
Okay.
you make an attack roll with the thing, it will... Yeah.
Okay, so could I put it in a space where... Okay, because it's going to explode in a 5-foot radius. This particular one will, anyway. So could I position it where only the monster gets affected?
Yes, so if you throw it into the square right next to it, it will make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that's what I want to do. I will take one of Harvey's bombs, the lightning bomb specifically, and throw it next to it, so that only it takes the effect.
Alrighty. We'll go ahead and make that dexterity saving throw.
DC is 14.
Well, with a 10, that will fail.
So let's see. It will take 1d8 lightning damage. So let me roll that. 3 points of lightning damage. And it can no longer take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Go ahead and roll me another d8.
7.
Alright. Because you're using lightning damage, and it is currently raining right now, you toss the bomb, it lets out a massive zap within the radius, shocking the Megatarian into a burning crisp as it dies. But as soon as it dies, you see something unlatches from the top of the creature's head.
Do you need me to make a perception check?
No, you can see it.
Okay.
Move. Come on, damn you. 20. What are you doing? Stop it! There we go, for fuck's sakes.
Roll 20 being fucky.
Yeah, roll 20 being 100% fucky right now.
Warning, this channel is only for NSFWA 18 years or older. Why? Excessive words.
Also, strong themes.
Strong themes.
Alright.
Excessive bad words.
Yeah, you see a small creature pop out from the back of the head of this Megatarian.
What the heck is that?
What the hell?
It kind of looks like a manta ray in the way of its shape, with several tendrils coming out from underneath it, with two glowing red eyes.
That doesn't look good.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
That was my action, so I can actually use my bonus action to static shock it again. Static shock it.
Well, that doesn't look good. Shock.
That doesn't look healthy. Shock.
13?
Let's see here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that 100% does not look friendly.
Ooh.
You said a 13, right?
Yeah, 13.
13 will hit.
Sweet. It's 5 lightning damage.
Quick question.
What?
Since he's doing lightning damage again, does it do it again?
Yeah, go ahead and add another... God damn it, I should have done that earlier then. Oh well. Go ahead and roll me another d4.
You want to see me do it again?
6,
9 points of damage.
9 points of lightning damage. It is still up, but a lot more singed. As that ends your turn, the Megatarian, Megatarian number 1 will go ahead and cast Blur. It's going to go ahead and cast Blur on itself. The one right next to Sips. You got into combat with it. It's not gonna fucking deal with your shit.
It doesn't know my shit.
Alright, Megatarian right next to Stitch. Instead of casting a spell, it's gonna go ahead and take a bite attack. With a 14, that will hit as he jumps up. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and jump up and take a bite out of the side of Stitch's neck, dealing 17 points of piercing damage. And Stitch must make a Constitution saving throw. Oh man. Because of how vicious this Megatarian bit into the neck of Stitch, Stitch is bleeding profusely, as he will go ahead and take an additional 1d4 points of damage.
Ooh.
Is that just an effect of the bite?
Yep.
Okay.
Sips is at 1 HP.
He's
Or,
a trooper for
sorry,
staying
yeah,
alive.
Yeah, Stitch is at 1 HP. He had 5 remaining. I rolled a 4 on the D4.
Damn.
What a trooper.
He's gonna be giving someone the finger.
Alright, that...
My turn?
Hang on, I messed up. I kind of need that to be back up on there. Roll you. It was...
9.
9. Yep. Using their initiative for the thing that you're facing right now. Which, it would be its turn, so... Give me 1 second.
The worst thing is someone saw the text chat and called it a murderous flip-flop.
Well then.
Why would a murderous flip-flop?
Well, not flip-flop. That was my brain went dumb. It was flap-flap.
I mean, it does look like a murderous flip-flop.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Alright, it's gonna go ahead and cast Hold Person on...
Not me, not me, not me.
No, you're too far away. It's gonna cast Hold Person on Starzin. Roll me a Wisdom saving throw.
I mean, you were the one who shot it.
I mean, that is true. I did shoot it. Alright, wisdom save. 19.
That will pass. As it shoots out a similar beam that hit Storm Gem, you shake it off before it takes effect on you. It will go ahead and fly.
I don't know why. I just thought Starzin looks at it like the Terminator's like, I will eliminate you.
It will go ahead and fly 40 feet into the air.
Operation meant
Operation Murder Ray.
Stingray initiated.
Alright. Brutus, it is now your turn.
Okay then. Crossbow's loaded. Gonna take 2 shots at it. First, I'm gonna use the Masterwork. 13.
13 will hit.
Second Blackhorn. 25.
That will also hit.
And the last one with another Masterwork shot. 17.
Alrighty.
$12 piercing and 6 thunder. 6 piercing. 11 and 5 thunder, and I am also going to roll both my d6 for Hunter's Mark. And after the first shot, the second shot now does the d8 damage. So 5 into 2.
Alrighty, so...
How to get the calculator out.
10. No, that'll be 23. That would be 33. That'll be 35.
The D8 is the Colossus Slayer, right?
40. Yeah. Oh wait, is it not bigger than me? Oh no, wait, it's hurt. So technically it still does deal damage.
Alright, so the 12 plus the 6 thunder damage is from the Hugo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 6 piercing is from the Black Horn, and then the 11 plus the 5, that's from Hugo again. Okay. And then you have Hunter's Mark on it, right?
Yep, I already rolled it. The Hunter's Mark was the D6 for a 5, and then I rolled.
When do you roll a D6 twice?
Oh yeah, it's for every hit. And
5 more.
next one,
5 more.
it's another 10.
So
That's
I
all
think
right.
it's 50. I think it's about 50 damage. I think I dealt 50 damage.
Alright, so 12 plus 6 plus 6 plus 16 plus 12 plus 12 plus 16 plus 5 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5. 57 points of damage. As you shot this motherfucker, just light this motherfucker up. Same thing happens to the other Megatarian, as something unlatches from its head, like a parasite leaving its dead host.
Got another one. I think they all have them.
And
Likely.
is that the end of your turn?
Brutus just thinks, and then you get away. I run up to it, close to it.
Alrighty. Sips, it is now your turn.
We continue dueling the Megatarian behind the tree where my party cannot see our fight.
Yes, truly the greatest tragedy of this fight.
Truly,
Alright.
the greatest tragedy in this fight is that they cannot see me kick this thing's ass. 17.
Disadvantage.
Oh wait, I'm with disadvantage.
Blur.
15.
That will hit.
Truly the best thing. 12 cold damage.
Alright.
Oh, you dodged a nat 20, you son of a bitch.
I mean, a 22 still
Damn.
hits, so.
But wait, it's concentration. He does roll concentration check after the first hit.
I thought Blur doesn't concentrate. I could be wrong. I'm looking it up.
Oh, Blur is a concentration spell.
Oh, it is. You're right. My
Alright.
apologies.
And this is an instance where it does matter.
Nope, Blur's still up.
Damn.
Okay, I'll roll the basic hit. 14 to hit. Or not 14 to hit, 14 damage. Cold. As I
Alrighty.
slice him twice, and it looks for an instant that I have the perfect slice, and then like I last moment realize it's the Blur, and I redirect.
It actually needs to make another Constitution saving throw. Nope, still passes. Fucking. Fucking.
I use a key point
Alright.
to flurry of blows.
Alrighty.
Alright, a 10 is gonna miss, doesn't it?
A 10 will miss.
Yeah. Okay, 16 doesn't miss though.
Yep, 16 will hit. Roll damage.
As I going to give him a big right hook for 9 bludgeoning damage.
You sock him in the jaw. The teeth flies out of this creature's mouth as it collapses to the ground dead. As, just like the other two, something unlatches from the back of the head of this Megatarian. As this black manta ray creature flies up into the air.
Yeah, how high is he?
Yeah, eye level right now, so he hasn't flown off. He just detaches.
Okay.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. The creature that, the creature that, Brutus is fighting.
Oh, know what the heck you are. I'll bet you can't be tasty.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's gonna be hold person again. Or something.
14.
Damn, that actually succeeds. Alright. Alright. Same thing that happened before. It shoots this beam at you and you shrug it off before it paralyzes you. It will... Yeah, it's gonna go ahead and try and fly away as its host is dead. It will take an opportunity attack.
Yeah. I had a stupid idea in my mind. Why don't I just bite it?
I mean, you could do that.
Because if I remember correctly, if I do that, it's grappled. Here, crushing bite.
Okay. Roll the bite,
Okay.
damn it!
Alright, I'm gonna roll the bite. Ah, fuck. 9.
Now, unfortunately, you try to take a bite at it, it ducks out of the way as it begins to fly 40 feet to the west. Yeah, 40 feet to the west and 40 feet up into the air.
It's 80-foot movement.
No, it went 40 feet in diagonal.
Oh.
It did, yeah, it just moved, 40 feet in a diagonal up left.
Remember, we're not playing regular checkers, we're playing 3-dimensional chess.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Zilyana will use her... We'll go ahead and use her action to continue to cast Halloween Curse. At second level. Yep, as she goes ahead and deals an extra 17 points of necrotic damage. As she will go ahead and command Stitch to go for the eyes. Yeah, well.
Not like that, he ain't.
Not with that, he ain't. Not with that, he ain't. As he rolls a 9. Unfortunate. Well, that's gonna be it for that then. Storm Gem. She will go ahead and run 30 feet. Actually, hold on. She's gonna have to go there. She's gonna go ahead and run 30 feet towards Stitch and the the Megatarian, and will cast Yep, she's gonna go ahead and cast Chromatic Orb at first level. As she tosses it, casting lightning damage, it will go ahead and strike this creature, dealing 16 points of thunder damage, killing this creature. Just as before, something unlatches from the back of the head of this creature. Bishop will go ahead and switch weapons using his bonus action, pull out his longbow, and takes a pot shot. 15, that will hit. 4 points of piercing on the first one. Second shot. Damn. 11 with a natural 20 on the other side.
Dang.
That will not hit as he fires. The rain turns the trajectory, causing him to miss. And he just looks like, damn it. I need to get better at aiming. Starzin, it is now your turn.
Alright, okay, I guess I'm taking shots on it. The one that Bishop was shooting.
Shooter!
Alright, okay. Rotary harm cannon, let's go. 18.
That will hit.
11 piercing.
As it tries to fly away into the brushes, trying to escape, you manage to fire your bullets into this creature. How would you like to kill it?
I just imagine, like, I'm kind of following it. I'm just following it, like, trying to follow its, like, trajectory of leaving, and just, I offset the aim and just unleash a hail, acting as, essentially, like, anti-air firing, and as it just comes in, it just gets riddled with the bullets, and just, I Swiss cheese it.
As it begins to float down to the ground like a leaf falling from the tree, it dies.
That's one.
That is one. Still your turn. Sorry.
Yep. What? I gotta relook at my... Okay, 80-20. That's my range.
80-20. 20-80.
81-20, I mean.
83.
Would I be able to see that? Would I be able to see that one?
Yeah, you can see it.
Alright, I'll take my second shot on it. Or the one that, Gem and Stitch were closer to, I should say.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Ooh. Well, you know what that means.
Roll that
D100! Wow.
Oh no! I'm probably gonna get Stitch with this one.
If no one caught it, he rolled a 73. That's going to be a nice number.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a die. Odds or evens. Odds it's Sips, evens it's, Storm Gem.
Oh, so I could hit either Stitch or Gem.
They're
Yeah.
both pretty close.
Odds or evens.
Oh, do I choose, or are
Yeah,
you rolling?
you choose. I roll, you choose.
You know, I'm gonna say even, Gem, odd, Stitch.
You know, I just realized I confused myself. Damn it. Alright, it's sorry. Repeat your thing. Even, Stitch, odds, Gem?
No, it was odd, Stitch, even, Gem.
Alright. That's a 1.
Oh my god. So I hit Stitch. Great.
Roll damage.
I don't think I need to, because he's at 1 HP, right?
I mean, he has that 5. It just depends on how much damage you do.
Well.
Yeah. You fire at him. It's just like through the skull kind of deal. There's like a cinematic camera where it just goes up to the bullet wound, and you can see Starzin on the other side of it as Stitch falls to the ground into a puff of smoke and disappears.
No. I want this to be the case. He lands on the ground, lifts up his hand and flips me off, and then puffs into smoke.
Yes.
I'm just like, Starzin's just... Damn it.
And then there's
My
Zilyana
bad.
looking. And then there's Zilyana looking at you, like shaking your head. Not good, cool, not cool, dude.
Alright.
Okay. I can bonus action static bolt it.
You can. Alright, go for it.
Surely. Okay, thank God. 19. Oh, no, wait, I can't do that. It's out of range. Never mind.
I mean,
You can move.
Oh, yeah, God, I'm such a fucking idiot today.
Movement is
Okay.
a wonderful thing.
It's especially wonderful if you actually know what the fuck you're doing. Alright, I'll move closer and stand next to Zill.
Alright,
Thing a bit slap.
Yeah, the 19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage and add an extra 1d4.
Alright. Alright, so 3... 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 points of lightning damage as it careens directly at the creature. It takes the zap, but it's still schmoovin'.
Yeah, I kind of expected it to.
Alright, now for the creature that Sips is encountering. Sips, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Sips.
Lad.
It's not my turn yet. What?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Wisdom save. What am I doing?
Probably about to get held down.
Probably about to just say 13 and cry.
I mean, that's a success.
Okay, never mind. I don't cry. Fuck you.
Alright, it will go ahead. It will go ahead and try and fly away.
Oh man, that's too bad.
Technically, you were in right next to it when it started flying away.
It's really too bad. 16 hit.
16 will hit. Roll damage.
15 damage.
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Nat 1! It is stunned.
Ooh.
As you quickly hit it, it falls to the ground as its legs or tendrils is just twitching uncontrollably.
Ah, good. Time to step on it like the rat it is.
All right. The creature that came off of the one that Stitch was fighting, as it will go ahead and fly away. 40. Actually, it's going to take the dash action to escape 80 feet.
I'm gonna turn you guys up, by the way, because I couldn't hear you when you were saying make a wisdom save.
Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna say for the sake of it, because it escapes. This creature escapes.
Damn.
It has 80 feet of movement. When it dashes, you're
It's
not
gonna get
make it.
away.
You're not gonna make it.
I know.
One. Actually, no, that one's dead.
Yeah, that one's dead.
Brutus, it is your turn.
I'm not letting my prey get away.
Full movement, which I think I have 35 speed. Yes, I do. All the way up close to it again. Right there.
Isn't it in the air?
It is. Well, I have crossbows.
Oh, true.
Fly away now, fly away now, fly
And you know what? I'm going to make
away.
more of an asshole move. Bonus action, move my Hunter's Mark on it.
Don't run, you'll
Angel,
only die
Hugo,
tired.
Black Horde. Let's go.
As
15.
Brutus whips out like 20 different crossbows, fires them all.
15 will hit. Roll damage.
And I'm gonna roll. Wait, no, it hasn't been hurt yet.
No, it has not. But it's definitely hurting now. As it will take 19 points of damage. No, wait. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of damage. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That is over half its max HP. Succeeds, so it will still try to fly away.
Good with. Doesn't matter how far it flies. I can hit it.
That's true. Well, unless it starts ducking into the tree branches and stuff like that.
Oh, but then I can hit it.
Are you gonna take a second shot at it?
Yeah. I'm just wondering, should I go with another Hugo shot?
That's up to you.
Quick reload. Hugo. Let's go. 23.
23 will hit.
And this one's with the Colossus Slayer damage.
How would you like to kill it?
As it tries to fly and duck between branches and so forth, I just take the first shot. It flutters, damaging itself. Like, flutters, like trying to keep itself up. And then I shoot another one and pin its entire carcass on the branch.
Yes! That's what I was thinking too.
As I do that, I actually, like... It ran pretty far, the other one, didn't it? So you know what?
Actually, you're within range. Yeah, I can allow you to make a. Oh wait, you can't.
I ran out of extra attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna turn Terminator style towards the one towards Sips. End of my turn.
Alrighty. Sips, you have a stunned, weird-looking manta ray creature on the ground.
Oh man, here's the question. Do I just knock it out, or do I just do the deed?
What
Up to you.
What is Sip's morality on this?
Well, Sips is kind of clever. I think she figured out what these are from.
Are you just gonna pickle it in a jar?
Wait, hang on. She figured out what they are?
No, I gotta think about it. I think she's clever, but also she's never ran into this before. I think, yeah, we're just gonna kill it.
Alright, go for it. Have advantage.
Ah, shit, it is an advantage. It's okay, I get to re-roll that.
I mean, it probably wouldn't matter.
I'm going for a crit.
No crit for you. Roll damage.
You want to shish kebab this thing.
9 cold damage.
Yep. How'd you kill it?
It's just a simple two-handed overhead. You know, just simple.
All right.
I could
I think it'd be better if you just two-handed it as it's wriggling on the ground. Just use it to, like, use the Aurora Blade and just shove it deep into the ground.
Or I got a better one. As you, like, take it in two hands, stab it downwards like a sword in the ground, it just freezes the carcass.
I mean,
Well,
I would think it would
regardless.
be regardless anyways, but yeah.
Now,
Yeah, fair enough.
regardless, that ends this bit of combat. As you killed 3 out of the 4 creatures, along with 4 Megatarians.
Who let theirs go?
It ain't mine. Mine's on the branch over there. By the way, could somebody help me get me that down?
As everyone's questioning, Starzin sits there quiet.
looks away, whistling, with nervous whistling and sweating.
As for getting the one down below, I'll have Zilyana recast Stitch. Stitch goes over, plucks it out from the tree, flies over to the rest of you lot. And, alright. Here's your monsters.
Oh, I don't know what these little things are, but I can't wait to carve them up. I'm allowed to carve them up, right?
You can. I just want to study one of them real quick.
I will toss down the one I have because I picked it up, and I'll toss it down to the ground.
All right.
You know what? I'll give you mine since it's the one it's the one carcass that's mostly whole and doesn't have burns or ice on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're saying yours is mostly whole?
It was just pierced by the crossbow bolts.
He just impaled it on.
I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter as long as you roll a proper survival check on carving it. Starzin, if you want to figure out what this creature is, go ahead and roll me a history check, a history or Arcana check.
Roll Arcana since I'm higher in that. Watches it not matter. 14. It's better than nothing.
I'll say that counts. These are called brain hoods. They are basically parasitic aberrations. They latch on to a beast and basically use them. Yeah, they basically latch onto the beast, take over their minds, and control them, and basically use them for facing against predators. Facing against predators and moving around. Basically, it's a way of defense for them by merging onto a beast and using them as their new body, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody want to give me 8 on the carve?
I wouldn't because I'm studying.
I can't because I do not have survival proficiency.
I think he's asking for help.
Sure, I can give you help. I can help you carve them.
That would be with advantage, then.
Okay, here we go. 26.
26. Alright, so which one is that for?
First it's gonna be for the little buggers. Well, at least one of the little buggers.
Alright, we'll say it's this one right here.
Okay. Guess I'll keep rolling survivals.
Yep, go ahead and... Well, hang on. Go ahead and roll survivals. And tell me which one is going to which.
Alright. Is that a 17 or a 23?
That's, if Sips is still giving you the help action, that's a 23.
I'm helping you.
Okay. 23. Another 26. Those 3 will go to the other last 2 small buggers.
Yeah, by the time you're done with the first 2, I'll hand one back to you for carving.
Good.
Yeah.
And the rest are gonna be for the big cats.
Okie dokie.
20, 26, and an 18, and 19.
Alrighty. Alright. Let's see here. Starting off with the... starting off with this. Starting off with the small creatures. You harvest essentially its brain, along with 8 tendrils altogether. So 3 brains, 8 tendrils.
Okay. What is the creature called again? Just to make sure I have it right, written down right.
They're called brain hoods.
Brain hoods. 3 brain. And 9 tendrils?
8 tendrils.
8, thank you. Alright.
Alrighty, and for the Megatarians, let's see here. Alright, you managed to grab... Let's see here, so... Okay, you managed to grab four pieces of their hide.
Alright.
Let's see. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You managed to grab 10 of its claws. And 6 of its teeth.
Alright.
4 hides, 10 claws, 6 teeth.
Yep. The expiration for the hides to get tanned are 10 days.
Alright.
Alrighty. And after you carve up these creatures... Oh wait, I forgot to add the meat. Let's see here. Because these are... Okay, so for the brain hoods, you can grab... These are small creatures, I believe, or tiny creatures. I think they're tiny. Yeah, they are tiny. You get like 1 pound of meat from... you get 3 pounds of meat from all 3 brain hoods. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 16 times 4, 64 pounds of Megadarian meat.
That's a lot of meat for the Megatarians.
Yeah.
You want me to store some of it in my bag of holding?
Probably a good idea. Probably store the brains and tentacles first. Or last. Make sure they're the freshest.
Yep.
Probably
All the meat will last for 1 day until you find a way to preserve it. Which I think I said if you use the bag of holding, it gives you an extra 3 days or so.
Sounds about right. So... Megatarian meat. And we've got 64 pounds of it. And then brain hood.
3 brain hood brains.
Brain
which will also
Brains.
last for a day until it's
Preserved.
preserved. Which 3 days in the bag of folding.
Three and
And as he writes all this up, I'll say this is a good place for us to take a bit of a break. So we will be right back in a hot second. And we're back! Alrighty then.
hey,
Woo woo, we're back.
We're back.
You didn't miss us.
Some more crazy shenanigans. Alright, so after the combat, you travel a little bit further into the woods. I'll say at this point, nighttime hits, so if everybody could, if they can, roll me a survival check.
I will.
Roger.
Roger.
I don't
Nat 20.
wanna. You can't make me. That 20, bitch.
God.
Fucking hell. Alright.
No nat 20s. Damn.
The worst thing is your roll, Stars, and imagine it was on the other side.
I know. That's the worst part. It's like,
I'm thinking about using my inspiration to make it the nat 20.
wow.
Oh,
everybody
so
else
last.
gets nat 20s, but me. That's how it is.
I mean, you're the one who let one of the brain hoods go.
True, you don't deserve it. You let one of the hoods go.
All right.
Alright.
All right. Cool. Halter 4.
Anyways, alright, Sips, what are you cooking today? You have some good Megatarian meat, or you can use the Brain Hood meat.
Brain hood.
Ooh.
Alrighty. Let me go ahead and pull up the PDF real fast.
Think back. Boom. Damn it, I can't.
I don't know why, but when you guys started calling it like a manta ray thing, or like, Operation Manta Ray, I started thinking like maybe it's like calamari or, fish.
Okay,
Okay.
I said Operation Stingray, and that's
Stingray.
That's just because I had a moment where it's just like I'm channeling Soundwave. Because you said Terminator, and it's just like I don't really care for Terminators. The closest thing I can think of is Soundwave.
Alright. Alright, so Sips. How would you like to prepare this meal today?
Let's see. I want to help with our tracking. What do we use for tracking? Survival?
Survival is wisdom base.
Yeah, so I would like to find something to help with that stat.
If you make it into a soup, it will give you an additional 1d4 bonus to wisdom-based skill checks.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. No, I'm literally just gonna make some brainfish stew.
Alright. Go ahead and roll the, go ahead and roll for me real fast.
Well, it's not even stew; it's just fish. But yeah, that's my cook's utensils.
Yep.
Nope, I do not accept that roll. I am inspirating that.
Alright.
That's better.
You needed a 10.
Doesn't matter. 8 doesn't make it.
Yeah, I know. And because you're using aberration as part of the meal, consuming this meal grants advantage on intelligence saving throws for the entire day.
Ooh.
I will write that down in Primordial's bounty chat.
That is one of the perks of eating other creatures that aren't beasts.
Alright, so advantage on int or wisdom saves. Plus 1d4 on survival or wisdom checks.
Sorry, can you repeat all that again?
Advantage on intelligence or wisdom saves, right?
No, only on intelligence saves.
Okay. Only on intelligence.
1d4 for all wisdom-based checks.
On wisdom checks.
All right. As you all enjoy your brainhood stew, which, by the way, it kind of tastes like calamari.
I kind of knew it. Kind of had a feeling.
It kind of tastes like calamari with catfish.
Interesting set of flavors. Nice work, Sips.
There we go. I got on the right chat now.
Yeah, for a parasitic aberration, it's actually not that bad.
Tastes pretty good.
All right. As you all eat your brainhood stew, you head to bed for that night. Somebody take off one log of magically treated wood.
Who has the counter?
I do not have the counter, I think.
Could have sworn I thought you bought some.
It is. It's in the ship.
Oh.
I think
We were using
Zilyana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go ahead and take it off her character sheet. Magically treated wood. Down to 7. Alright, there we go. Alright, the next day comes around. As you all get up and you set out, go ahead and move your token into the square, Brutus.
Alright. And, can I give a guess of what kind of creature hags might be? Or do I already know? I'm asking because this is your world and you might have changed some things.
Well, I wouldn't have changed what a hag is.
I would like to ask, before we go into the area, could you guys please give me time to prep some of these potions before we actually go searching in here?
Fair enough.
I don't see why not.
It will just take me a day, but I'll have 5 potions ready.
So we're staying here for a whole day?
Yeah, just stay outside the area for a whole day, and I can have 5 potions ready and be fully stocked on my hit die.
When do you need 5 hours?
I need 4 hours per potion.
And for 5 potions, that's 8.
So you don't need a day, you just need 4 hours.
You're right. But then I need a long rest.
No, because you still have the potion from the long rest.
But then I have no hit dice.
Well, that's a you problem right there.
Yes. If I get a long rest, I have hit dice and the potions. It's up to the party.
Well,
I
what,
can also just prep.
can I ask you this? What are you going to need hit dice for?
Short rests and making more potions afterwards.
But you're not going to need the hit... But if you... What would be the point? By the time you would take a long rest to get those hit points back, you would be back... You take the 4 hours.
Okay, yeah.
You're making this more complicated than it should.
And what, you're saying I can just make them all within 4 hours?
Yeah, because each hour is a short rest. You can make a ooze potion.
Okay, yeah. So as we walk in, I'm just going to say, hey, can you give me 4 or 5... You know, I have 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 3 hours, and I can have all like five potions.
I'm okay with that. Gives me some time to consult with my own library knowledge of hunting creatures.
Actually, wait, no, that means, yeah, I can have actually written that, so cut off my fucking 12.
That gives me way more time. I guess for this, after that long rest, I will then take up the mantle of, instead of beasts and elementals, I'm going to switch out to plants and Fae.
Yeah, I'll take
I'll
4
go
hours.
Fae.
I'll take 4 hours, and I'll have 6 ooze potions prepped.
You cannot have 6 ooze potions prepped.
I had one from the long rest before. I prepped one literally the night that we did a long rest. And I've been continuing to prep
but every 24 hours, that ooze potion disappears, remember?
Yes, but then we take another long rest, and then I re-prep it.
Yeah, but it would still count as one.
But I lost that one because I had 2 prep for the big fight. I wasn't able to prep 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that. So yeah, I got 5 ooze potions.
Yeah, every long rest you take, you'll always get 1. There will never be 2 at any moment because of the 24-hour duration.
24-hour thing, yeah. Because I had more prep before the other fight. I'm prepping now again before the fight. I keep forgetting it's a 24-hour. I have to actively track it as we're traveling. Forgive me.
It's alright. You are forgiven. But in the meantime, you guys wait for... Oh, wait. Something I do need to take care of. First of all, it is not raining right now.
Alright.
As you wait for a good 4 hours, Sips, you make your ooze potions. And you're all set to head out. Go ahead and move the token into the circle.
Alrighty. Boop.
Alright. Go ahead, everybody, roll me a survival...
Wait, that counts as a short rest, right? Yeah, it does.
What does?
That's a short rest.
The making of the potions he's talking about. The time it takes to make those potions.
It's a different resource. Key points.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, you took you took a long rest already.
We just got into a fight. I used the key.
Yeah,
point.
you fought, took a long rest. It's a new day.
Okay. See, I'm not keeping up on tracking my things. Okay.
I think you're seriously mixing up certain game mechanics with other game mechanics, dude.
I am.
For fuck's sake. Alright. Alright, go ahead and roll me a survival, investigation, or perception check.
I will do a survival. For obvious reasons.
Perception. I like perception.
Nah, fucking... Why? Why now?
All right, roll investigation. That's a dirty 20.
All right. With that, you all follow the tracks, and as you go further into the woods, you stumble upon. You follow tracks. Some of the you see regular like humanoid tracks just walking around near like patches of mushrooms and other flora that's in the area, and heading back into the center of the circle. And eventually, after a bit of tracking, you find yourself at the doorsteps of a circular cottage.
It's Baba Yaga's hut.
Yes, you find yourself right at the doorsteps of a circular cottage. Let's see. Everything should be in order, so if
I'm a bit dumb here. What is, like, circular as in, like, it's more like a circle? Or...
No, circular as in it's a square.
Circular as in it's actually a triangle.
Oh. Wait. I can't tell you guys are being serious or not. God damn it.
Yes, circular as in a circle, boss.
It's like cylindrical. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let me go ahead and move you over to the map.
Let me just take that off.
Alright, you find yourself right outside this hut. What do?
I wish to draw my weapon, both the Aurora Blade and the parrying sword.
I think you jump into a conclusion by drawing the weapon so soon.
It never hurts to be safe.
Keep them ready, but don't have them drawn.
I'll have them ready on my sides, like my hands on my crossbows.
I will sheathe them, but my hands do not leave the hilt.
So, who's gonna go up there and knock?
Captain?
I guess she... I guess she would, technically. So... Yeah, Zilyana will just go ahead and walk her way up as she knocks on the door.
Brutus will follow a bit closely, but still stay in the back. Kind of like right there.
Starzin will also get close. Probably
Me
stay behind her.
approach, kind of like next to her, behind her.
Okay, Zilyana just looks down and is like, see, they have a welcome mat. They can't be all that bad. As a couple of minutes go by, you hear the sound of shuffling as the door opens, and you see this come out the front door.
What is this?
Ooh.
You see a green-skinned elderly woman wearing a tattered brown wizard hat, essentially, or a witch's hat, with purple hair draping down from her side. She looks sternly at all of you with her red eyes and says, we do not get visitors wandering around in these woods. You know it's dangerous to walk around alone, even in small groups.
Hmm.
Maybe so, but we were coming out this way and traveling and noticed that there was a hut and decided to investigate. No, I shouldn't say that.
Seek out accompaniment, companionship. Maybe somebody else who knows the woods better than this old croc.
Companionship, you say? Well, I can try and provide. Me and my sisters can try and provide a bit of companionship. You must all be exhausted by wandering around in these woods. Have you encountered any of the wildlife that tends to roam around these parts?
Hmm. Some here, some there. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Small game.
Ah. Oh, well, then you all must be capable. Please come in, sit down, come into our home. We just made ourselves a pot of tea. And don't worry, we won't bite. We sense that your friend right here, the one with the black hair, has similar magic to us. And Zilyana would definitely say, like, yes, I was taught in the ways of witchcraft by another hag. Ah, so you are among the sisterhood of witches. Very nice. Come in.
Can I do a bit of an insight that, like, she won't bite?
Sure.
Damn it, 7.
What a nice old lady.
The nice, kind old.
I guess the question is, as she walks in with the door open, do you follow?
I guess so.
Alright.
I carefully do walk in, but I keep my senses out in case something jumps.
Alright.
Thinking it's
As you walk in, you see this lovely display. As you walk in, let me go ahead and get the other tokens out. As you walk in, you see that there's a bearskin rug facing towards the main entrance of the building. The floor is basically made out of dirt with it's all dirt, composite soil. On the right hand side, when you walk in, you see a patch of plants of several colors just growing in one side. Above it, you see a table with many entrails and body parts of humanoids strewn across the table, with blood staining the ground, and two decaying atrophied bodies chained to the walls, with a furnace right on the other next to them. You see another green-skinned woman, very fat, with her very fat, cleaving away at the body parts that are on the table, with her long silver hair and purple eyes, just chopping like a madman at the parts. It's like, oh, this will make a fine cut. Oh, yes, this one will make a fine cut as well. This is going to be perfect for the potions. And on the left-hand side, you see a table containing a round table with chairs on 3 of its sides, and you see a couple of mugs, a little brazier, in the middle of it, and on near the chairs you see weird-looking instruments. One of them appears to be a skull made into a lyre. One of them seems to be a head of a dwarf made into bagpipes. And the one that is with this much skinnier and meaner-looking elder green-skinned woman, just taking a drink of her tea as she looks up as like, I see we have guests. Tell me they're here for lunch. As the one that you met outside the door looks over to the one that just talked. Brunelda, these are our guests. Besides, one of them is among the Sisterhood of Witchcraft. And I think, and we should be kind to those who follow in the ways of the witch's path. And yes, as she says that, the skinny one just like, oh, very well. I must say, it has been a long time since I've had gator, though. Are you sure we can't have a quick nibble? No, Brunelda.
Goody.
At least not yet. Oh, very well. Can't blame a girl for trying in these miserable times. Yes. We know you're the brooding type. Anyways, you lot, feel free to come in. Come in.
Alright.
We're just gonna take a little more steps back from the one who wants to eat him.
And here, I will go
I'll be right
ahead
there.
and post a picture of all three right here. 7.
Ooh.
Yes. Welcome to our humble abode. You've come quite a far way. May I ask why you've come to travel all this way here?
We were just out this way looking for someone.
Someone, you say? A friend of yours?
You could say that.
Oh, I do. Oh, let's see here. I guess the question is what your friend is. They might be among the pile for this lunch's stew.
No. They were just an air genasi.
Air genasi. Unfortunately, that is not among the piles. So praise be it for that. Although I do question what they would taste like.
Well then.
Yeah, as you do go into the room, there is more that needs to be talked about. In the middle of this room, there is a tree that is growing out from the center of the room and basically cover the entire top part of the hut. On the left side, still, there's a bookshelf containing many assortments of books, and right on to the northwestern part of it, there is a magic circle. Seems to be drawn in blood. And at the very north, you see a cauldron bubbling with green liquid, with a table containing many parts and magic sigils, and three shelves, and even further north into the very back of the cabin. Well, if my if my dear sister Gretchen says that your friend is not among the pile, then there might be hope for you to find your friend yet.
Oh, ain't that good?
That's pleasant to know.
We'll make sure and not eat him if he makes his way over this way yonder. Speak for yourself, Morgana. I call first dibs. Now, normally I would advocate for you eating, considering you're nothing but skin and bones, but considering that they're friends of somebody of the sisterhood, I would recommend that we do not.
And besides, I wouldn't even recommend eating them. I mean, I'll be honest here. Megaterrarians are way better. Megaterrarians are way better.
I see. I see you encountered some on the way here.
Alright, we did. In fact, they were called the strangest bunch of Megaterrarians I've ever met. They're so unique because they had this ability to cast spells. At least that's what we thought.
Ah, you found some that were infected with the brainhood parasites. Awful little creatures, they latch onto any animal with very low intelligence and control them like puppets.
So we noticed.
Luckily, they don't go after humanoids, or, well, they'll be more of a threat than they are pests.
What's that? Don't they go over to humans?
If I were to hazard a guess, it's because humans are a lot smarter than a simple beast.
Fair enough.
They go after the dumb ones. Anyways, we do not have your friend here. Probably still out in these woods if you're trying to look for him.
I actually kind of lean down to Starzin and whisper,
Go on, my dear. Follow my lead. Actually, I do got another question. It's about the tree behind you. Is it alive?
Well, all trees are alive, dearie.
Really? Well, that makes sense. But I've heard of one other one that's extremely alive and extremely dangerous. I bet you don't know about it.
Ah, you mean the Cure Adele. You've come to... I see. Based off of your attire and the way you enjoy the thrill of a hunt, you're off to go kill it.
Maybe. Well, it really depends. Got any problems with it?
Possibly.
I do! I spent many hours trying to craft it! Blurts out, Brunelda.
The one that's, skinny?
Yeah, the skinny one. Spent many hours crafting it and growing it. I have a major problem, especially considering that it's good house security after we lost our eye.
Your eye?
I look at her actually.
They
Like, do I see it?
They all have an eye. They all have their eyes.
What did they lose?
An
And
eye.
What do you mean an eye? I'll have your eyes. I don't see what's the problem with one missing eye. There's one that was attached.
I will go ahead and roll for Zilyana real fast. Give her advantage because she's a witch.
Yeah, I was actually gonna whisper.
Actually,
does
since
does that make sense to you?
Hang on. Let's see here. Hey, Kevin. There we go. She basically is like, oh, you lost your hag eye. It's a very important thing for a witch to have. As she explains it, it's essentially a magic item created by a coven. It's essentially they have a real eye coated in varnish and often filter fitted with to a permanent or otherwise wearable item. The hag's eye is usually in hag's eyes. Yeah, a sec. Indigo takes action to see through. Basically, hag's eyes are used to basically see through them or grant them powers. It's basically their own version of a magic focus, essentially. And as Zilyana explains that, Morgana just lays like, yes, it was our mother's eye before she passed away. She gave it to us right on her deathbed and told us to form this coven. And then we got robbed.
Robbed?
So it was stolen from you.
Yes, yes, it was stolen late in the night while we were out doing our midnight rituals. We come back and this thief, this dastard, came in and stole our hag's eye and
Do
vanished.
you know what
into the
he
woods.
looks like?
Oh yes, I do indeed. It was a wood elf that came through. Can never. I know because I can smell it off. I can smell the race off of him.
Sounds
Oh.
racist.
I have a question.
Interesting.
Actually, I have another question. You said yourself, Zilyana, they could see through that eye, right? Why can't you just see through the eye and find your thief?
Because this individual that stole it understands how it works, and put it in a place and put it inside of a bag or a box to where we can only see darkness.
So you've essentially lost the item that's important to your magic and rituals.
Yes, and it was the reason for us to create the Primordial as a bit of security until we retrieve our hag's eye back. We're still powerful, but without it, we've lost
Sitting ducks.
Somewhat, yes.
So the Primordial is purely just a means of protection to keep you safe.
Exactly. I'll tell you what. From one sister to another. From one who is from the sisterhood to another. If you retrieve the eye for us, we are willing to reward you for your bravery in action. We have plenty of money that we can give you, and because you're part of the sisterhood, I could teach you one of our hexes. Use on your
Absolutely not.
travels.
Sips blurts out, absolutely not.
ships. Calm down for a moment. Sorry about that. My friend gets kind of heated when things happen.
She kind of like lets out a breath, and she says, "Fine, you can do your deal with them if you want, but I'm gonna be waiting outside." And she does step outside.
Zilyana turns as, sorry about that. Not everybody is accepting of witchcraft. You said that you're willing, that if we give you your eye back, you will teach me one of your hexes? Indeed. As the world gets more bent into chaos, we witches and hags should stick together and try to bolster our strengths in numbers. We can give it a shot. Which, by the way, this is what An texted me when I told her about this situation.
Okay, so An's literal words are, "We can give this a shot."
Yeah, we can give this a shot. It's his actual text. Well, first it was a long, well, crap. Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Yep, sounds like An. Well, if you want to give this a shot, Zil, well, I can't say I 100% agree with it, but this is your call.
But in return, after you're done with, after we get your eye back, you would take down the Primordial or cause it to stop rampaging. Morgana turns over to Brunelda. I guess we have ourselves a deal.
So we help you get the eye back, and you allow us to get the Primordial out of the picture?
No, we will stop the Primordial from being active.
Well, I guess that would be better than nothing, considering its rampaging has basically begun warranting unwanted attention to you, and well, if it continues to rampage, well, a thief still in your hag's eye would probably be the least of your concerns.
We have worries. We've had worries about that, but so far none have made it successfully.
While this is going on, Brutus does take a bit of a step out for a breather and I'm gonna get some fresh air real quick. Make sure our friend's alright.
Yeah, the stench of rot and decay does permeate the room a little bit.
Starzin continues, I have no doubt that you lovely witches are not capable. I mean, you definitely seem magically gifted in your craft.
Roll me persuasion.
But okay, here we go.
12. Alright, well, time for me to roll for Morgana. Oh, she's taking that flattery. Aw, aren't you nice and sweet?
Was it just her that rolled?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. But like I said, I have no doubts about that. It's just, we do know that while we would at least honor the agreements to walk away and let you guys control the Primordial from rampaging, I'm just saying it was catching unwanted attention, and eventually things could escalate possibly beyond your control.
Well, our main hope, not only for security's sakes, was to have the Primordial be a means of has a means of drawing out this thief. For you see, he is one with nature in a sense. We wanted to draw him out so that way we can take our eye back, but so far we didn't have much luck. Yet, at least.
Well, seeing as my friend here is a part of this of your sisterhood and has agreed, we will do what we can to make this right, I guess.
And as you say that, now Jim walks out.
Oh boy.
Oh man, Jem walks out. She sees Sips pacing back and forth angrily, by the way. In case you're wondering, no diggity.
Bruce is just standing there waiting for her to collect her thoughts to talk. And he does also kind of look a little palish green.
Jem is just like, not gonna lie, this is not helping me decide whether I should stay on the crew or not. As she basically leans up against the side of the wall, waiting for everybody to get done.
I did not agree to this. I did not agree to this. Did you see that? They have human bodies in there!
To be honest, this is going about my limits. Out of my pay grade. I don't like hunting humans or humanoid. Unless absolutely after we have to hurt them. But
I will
bandits.
I will not help them. And honestly, I don't know if we want to keep Zilyana as our captain if she's going to keep making decisions like this.
Pain.
Well, before you did leave, they did say if we return the Hag's Eye, they'll quell the Cure-Ordel.
Just
Sips
quit
didn't
it.
hear that. Sips didn't hear that. She just heard that Zilyana was going to make a deal.
That's what Jim said.
Oh, okay. That still doesn't simmer Sips down.
Actually, that kind of gets a little bit of, like, Brutus heated, but
Just quit it. Not destroy it or kill it or anything along those lines.
That doesn't stop them from messing with the village they've been messing with.
And it doesn't stop the idealments that Cure-Ordel could go walking back around again.
And then what are they going to do to that elf that stole the eye?
Or worse, what else are they going to do when they get that eye back?
Meanwhile, back into the hut. So, I take it that we have an accord then? Looks at the both of you two.
Zell, are you sure you want to go forward with this?
I mean, if it stops the Cure-Ordel from rampaging any further.
I look to Morgana and just pull Zill aside. Could you give us 1 minute?
Please don't make this more. Please don't add more into this while On's not here.
We might have to go off. Does On know 3 people walked out in the middle of this?
No, not yet.
You might want to tell him.
I'm trying to figure out a way to resolve this so it's... Because I'm the one that's the second in command here. And 2 people I know walked out because they obviously don't like this. I'm sorry. I have to kinda...
But I can't do anything because she's still part of the game. It's like I can't make a decision for her.
Oh, the Lord.
do we want to, like, to be continued moment on this?
Yeah,
in case On does come around?
Do we want to do a to be continued? I think this is actually a good point because we do need On.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
The only problem with that
Or we can try to pull On in right now.
Alright, I'll try calling her up. Maybe she'll pick up. Sorry about the quick cut. We had a bit of off-screen talk, and On's here. Thank God.
Hi.
So to pick up last where we left off from there, the hag was offering you the deal to take the quest, and Starzin is basically having a little sidebar with you on this topic.
Alright. I just say, hey, why don't we just help them?
I will
would
say
learn.
you are in the hag's house right now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Alright.
So, Starzin, you were trying to say something to Zilyana?
Yeah, so I'm just whispering this. Are you sure you really want to go through with this? Because I can tell that Brutus, Sips, and Storm Gem are not pleased with it.
I have an idea. I just need to talk to everyone.
I really hope you know what you're doing.
I don't.
Then if this turns out badly, you are in deep.
New rule, whenever you guys are whispering, don't whisper.
Don't whisper.
Sorry.
It just sounds bad altogether.
That's the whole point. No one needs to hear us.
Who needs to hear us?
Anyways, continuing onwards.
I mean, that's the last thing I say.
The green hag that you're talking to, Morgana, is just waiting there patiently. Waiting for your response, Zilyana.
Alright, I want to ask them... Okay, quick question out of character-wise. Are we actually here to just kill them anyways?
To
Or
be
just
honest,
to sort with them? Or to sort them out? Like, what's our actual goal?
One way or another, last time I checked.
Sips fully prepared to walk in here and slay them.
to be honest with Brutus, he was okay either way. If they become hostile or enemies or anything along those lines, he was okay with attack.
If we help them by returning the orb, they'll teach me a hex.
They'll give you money, a hex, and they'll stop the Curordel from yeah.
And we know that they're bothering a town nearby.
With the Curordel, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, are they working together to attack and bother it? They created it.
Yeah, they created the Curordel as a way of security, and the rampage has caused some
Unwanted attention.
Unwanted attention with one of the towns.
What if I strike a deal? Forget the money, and not even and even if they stop the creature they created, the other thing I would want them to do is just not to bother the nearby towns. Forget the money. Stop the creature they created, either by, if they created it, just make it go poof. I don't know the right words to use. Make it go poof. Make it go bye-bye. And also just don't fuck with their nearby towns. Yeah. Don't fuck with their nearby towns. Destroy the monster you created. And teach me hex. Forget the money.
I'm gonna have your character roll persuasion.
I want to do it. Let me get on roll 20. I'm working on it. Roll
Faster.
20. The fun thing is the pain. It made me go fast, but it doesn't make my computer go fast. Come on,
It makes me go fast,
but not the technology.
This pain I have is worse than having a tooth, nervous dying.
I can only imagine.
I mean, they had to give me morphine. Okay, where am I? That also might be what's partially bothering my decision making a little bit. I'm still writing off that. Okay, persuasion. Fuck a duck.
Hey.
I did. Hey,
Hey.
27.
All right. All right. They're willing to not mess with any towns.
Yeah.
Thing is, they don't want to destroy the Cyrodiil, just in case if something like this happens again, they have a means of security, just in case.
Okay, how about at least keep it on a very, very, very strict and tight leash?
They're willing to... So, when they say... So, basically, at this point, Brunelda, a skinny-looking, mean-looking witch, which is this one right over here at the table,
Yeah.
will explain that she will shrink it down, put it in a potted plant, and put it in for storage.
And then unshrink it and let it loose whenever they need the security.
Yes.
Like if they're ever under attack, it's just basically, hey, smack open bottle, grow.
Well, it takes a lot longer than that, dearie, but something along those lines.
In reality, just to ask out loud, this technically achieves our goals in a sense, right? They stop fucking with the town. The monster is either gone or incapacitated to a degree.
The only difference is you need a part of it to indicate that you've slain it. In order for you to get the reward money.
Yeah, that's the only problem is that they're not.
Okay, I would like to ask them what would they be willing to have for a piece off of it. Nothing that will harm it or make its usefulness any less. Just something as a sign that
They're
we
willing
slayed
to
it.
give you. They're willing to give you some of its bark.
Yeah! Yeah! Quest complete without any slaughter on any side. That's kind of fucked.
That's kind of fucked.
All right. In that
Look,
case,
I want that hex. Okay, you can't out of character wise. You can't blame me.
Go on.
all right. Morgana, the woman that you're talking to right now, she extends a hand out to you. Do we have a deal then? If we meet your criterias and you meet ours?
I think that works perfectly fine. And I'm a little skeptical to shake hands though.
Would you like to roll an insight?
Yeah. Where's my insight button? There we go. 20!
You're part of the sisterhood. She's not gonna fuck you over with this.
Yeah! Okay, I shake her hand.
As you shake for a moment, a burst, like a little bit of energy, basically bursts out between you two, and for a brief. Well,
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, I didn't lie to you. She didn't fuck you over. As for a brief moment, your disguised self of what you normally look like human, for a brief moment, fades back into your succubus form, only for a brief second again to go back into your human form.
Oh, wait. I made a deal. I don't know. Does that count for what I am? Does that count for what I am?
No, it does not count for what you are.
Okay.
But I will also say you cannot tell a lie. Because of the cursed item on you.
Yeah.
Which so far, I think you've been truthful.
I've been truthful for what my character wants, which is basically, hey, give us spark piece. If you take it away, we go get item. I get hex. You know, the whole everything in that bit was all honesty, because that's what my character would want.
I will also say, with that insight of yours, she sees your necklace that you have, understands what it is, and is like, yeah, she's not fucking me over. If she tried to lie to me, I will know automatically because I know what that magic item is.
So she knows I'm cursed to tell truth.
Yep.
That's funny. This is big funny fun.
All right.
I look at Starzin and I give a shrug and a thumbs up, like yeah.
He just kind of gives that. Starzin just kind of looks back and gives that nervous smile of that just says,
I really hope this works.
I really hope this fucking works, because if not, you're in deep shit and probably gonna be mutinied.
That's fine.
All right. As you lot walk out of the hut and meet up with the rest of your crew, I'll say you guys leave a lot further back away from the hut.
we go far away from the hut.
Alright, we start walking, but I will say the instant they all walk out of the hut, Sips immediately gives them all the dagger eyes.
I want to mention that I have struck the deal, and I go in the details of what it is. But I also explain the reasoning because I would get to learn a new hex from witches, hags things, which I'm kind of a witch, so yeah, it's an opportunity for me to learn.
I would say before all this explaining does, the minute we find a good point to stop and talk about it, Starzin just falls over and just stays like that for a good freaking couple minutes. If anybody tries to interact with him, he just says, "Just let me lie here a minute."
Oh.
He just goes.
You try to tell Sips. Sips once again says, but you're making a deal to not kill them.
And they've made a deal to not harm or mess with any other town, the towns or towns nearby, along with the thing that they made and released. They are to shrink it down and put it in a jar or put it in the plant thing and keep it only for secure measures, not to do what it's doing.
Bishop also will point out, technically you didn't make the deal to not kill them. You just agreed to help find the Hag's Eye for them.
That too. If anything push comes to shove and they start to do anything crazy or not uphold anything, we can just kill them.
There's also one other thing. You didn't promise to bring the god back and for revenge or even kill him. Our, quarry. So in anything, we only need to do is actually just get the eye. We never even had to state we had to harm him.
And for our creatures...
Neither did they. They never made the promise. You never said that they promised that they wouldn't mess with the person. You didn't make them promise to not mess with the person. They're gonna hunt him down. You're leaving him to suffer.
I'm gonna give a shrug and said, well, they made a really dumb choice.
Out of character, she's not wrong.
You don't fuck with people like this and expect to get away with it that easily, let alone have someone save your ass like we're doing. And you know, who's to say they won't try to kill us to begin with and enact us to kill them? You don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever it is, they made a really dumb choice. So I think it's time for them to maybe suffer the consequences, because it sounds like someone thinks they can get away with anything.
Yeah, well, it sounds like someone is letting someone else get away with the evil that they're doing.
They promised not to mess with the towns, which is something that we've been told we were looking into. They've promised...
They have dead bodies in the hut.
Not to mention they did say they would like to eat people.
That was before they've struck this deal So once this deal is complete, they won't fuck with the towns.
They'll move and they'll find another town to fuck with. They're hags.
I will say, Sips, you know nothing about hags except for one instance.
Except for what? That one instance. And I am assuming everything on that one instance. Because
So
she also moved to a different island.
You actually don't know that either.
Yeah, we didn't kill her, did we?
No, there was no hags. You only heard of the only hag story that you are familiar with is the one where Alphonse was out at sea.
Yes.
Got his memory stolen from a sea hag.
And he got cursed by a sea.
Yeah. It's like, your information about hags are slim to none.
Yeah, slim to none. But now I've had a first time in, running with them. They have dead bodies, and they eat people or using people in their potions, and Sips is absolutely sick. She's kind of sold that hags are bad.
Starzin's just gonna mumble something in the ground quietly.
In any case, if we really want to do it, all we have to do is fulfill our part of it. And, well, once I get the stuff I need from that, we can just kill them. I mean, it's not like, it's not like we've solidified it not hurting them.
Nor do we solidify that we wouldn't hurt the Cyrodiil.
And anyways, they did promise not to fuck with the towns nearby, so that they've at least promised not to hurt. So
I want to ask a question, Zilyana. You say promise, but is this promise about sort of as hard as iron or steel or anything like that, or is it just as flimsy as oh, I promise you I wouldn't leave even though I have to leave?
It was a truthful one. They are kind of what I am when it comes to magic and power. When it comes to the magic and powers, not hag-like.
Yeah, but he's asking about deals, which I'm gonna need you to roll me a history.
He was asking if it was a strong one or if it was just a flimsy deal, we'll make this deal. That's what he's asking.
Yeah, which I'm gonna need you to make me a history check with advantage because, you're affiliated with hags, so you should know this somewhat.
History.
15.
If it fails, I can use an inspiration.
Your inspiration got used.
Oh.
Yeah, fortunately. But a 15 does give you this information. Fey creatures, when it comes to making deals, aren't like demons, or aren't like devils.
They don't twist it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they all twist the deal, but it's more so like... Fey and devils are similar in the ways of, when it comes to making deals, they kind of follow through with it. Hags, on the other hand, it's just more so, they're fickle creatures.
Look, Captain. I said I'd join your crew, and I said I'd trust you. But tell me the truth. Those people in that hut were evil.
That is without a doubt correct. I will not lie to you on that one. They are evil.
And I would like to eliminate them.
Then how about we get what we all want out of this first, and then make that choice afterwards. They hold a kind of magic that I would like to learn. Once I learn that, we can do as we want afterwards.
Sips releases a deep sigh and says, "I'll trust you, Captain. I'll trust you for now."
There might be a way to actually get this to work with us all the way. The only problem is that from what they told us, or from what you told us, well, you and them, As long as they have that eye, they become very much more dangerous and powerful.
Then we'll see what we can do.
Besides, there is something I do want to know. I want to meet this wood elf guy. This wood elf person. Maybe he might have some tricks to help us.
Honestly, I think he's a brave person for stealing the hag's eye from them.
Brave
No.
and probably very, very stupid.
Well,
Maybe
maybe stupid.
But you don't know his reasoning why he did it.
You know, this actually brings something up. I think he might be a hunter. You remember what they said? They left on one of their nightly ritual things. And I highly doubt he was lucky enough to get in there right when they were just leaving. I believe that maybe he was after them for a long time.
We can ask all of the questions when we arrive and find them.
Let's meet this guy and then we'll figure out what to do.
Yes.
Alright.
Muffled Starzin just says, "Are we ready to go now?"
Brutus just kind of leans down and just like picks up the back of your clothes and helps lift you up.
You look like you're about half dead. You can piggyback.
You put me on your back, and I will slit you open from mouth to anus and wear you like a jacket.
Oh, now don't be like that, Starzin.
I take that as a yes.
Oh, it's just a simple offer. He just drops you.
Alright. So, do we want to stop here, or can we keep going?
I'm okay with stopping if
This
you
is a
guys
good
are.
stopping point, honestly.
Drop the small child.
Alright. Alright.
Look, I think we should drop it like we dropped the small child.
Jesus.
In that case, then, as you lot pick yourselves up after going through that that conversation with the hags, this is where we'll end tonight's session. Oh boy.
So,
Thank
inspiration.
you, An, for jumping in.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
How bad
so
was
much.
this gonna go?
Potentially a mutiny.
Didn't notice it was about to go really sour.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I was originally going to do if I couldn't get you on there, I was thinking like you on, and the only thing that would make sense is if you take the deal, you give them the Hag's Eye, and as soon as you were taught this hex, you would backstab them.
Yeah.
That's what I
still
thought.
partially the plan.
Yeah, Sips is an honest person. She's not thinking that. She lives straight as an arrow.
To be honest, I actually, me as a person, me, boss here, I thought about portraying them after we get the goods from them right off the bat. But as Brutus, I was more or less confused and more or less just like unsure of what the hell to do.
Yeah, no, Sips is straight as an arrow.
Like he was just way out of his element here, and he was just like, "Oh, I need to breathe."
We needed someone that could negotiate and hold the cool and not say, "I'm about to kill you."
Yeah.
And the worst part is that I actually tried to keep this calm, but the problem is that here's the thing from Starzin's point of view. He's been around you enough. He's been around Zilyana enough to kind of understand somewhat of the thought process. So, in his mind, backstabbing is not necessarily out of the question and something that he would honestly think that Zil would do, but that's not where his concern is. His concern comes from the fact that at least two crew members openly walked out in a huff after hearing a lot of this information, and he's concerned about dissension among the ranks and is trying to figure out how the fuck to deal with this.
Especially since one of them is already considering about leaving the crew.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he is. So.
Oh yeah, Jem is thinking about leaving the.
So
Jim can go
His-
shit her pants.
So basically, Starzin stress is just already high, and like the Hags officially become like less of a problem, and
Now it's just the crew.
and did more of the crew. And how can I keep this? How can I keep this from falling apart? Because this is starting to come at the seams, and I am freaking out.
Man,
Honestly, I feel like this is a good point to where we find out what this crew is about.
I'm honestly happy I went to Joe, like, literally, what was it, last night or the night before, and set up my backup character. Because this would be something that Sips absolutely would not stand for.
But like I was saying, this is a good point where we find out what this crew is about, because I'm not gonna lie, you guys have been kind of pussyfooting around with morality and stuff like that. It's at this point I think we need to choose, like, what kind of pirates are you, or if you are even pirates.
Yeah, like, are we Luffy pirates? Are we Doflamingo pirates? Or are we Foxy pirates?
Sips,
Oh,
I
God.
think definitely is more like Luffy. Do the right thing no matter what. As long as everyone's happy, we're fine. Type of shit.
my character is do the right thing if possible, but if there's something out of it and can find a way to do the neutral thing without killing everyone, sure. But if there's something my character really wants, she actually might be willing to side with the evil to get it.
Do the greater evil.
The greater evil.
Sometimes within evil there is good.
Well, the funny thing is, my backup character actually fits very
Well, all right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Right now, let's go ahead and get voting out of the way.
Yeah. Voting.
Oh.
Fucking everybody votes for for solving this situation.
If you do that, I'll gun you down.
I'm voting for On.
Fuck.
Look, man, this is the most play of the game that any of us can ask
I was
for.
only here for 10 minutes!
And it was those 10 minutes that saved us.
I mean,
I'll accept it.
I was up shit's creek without a paddle until you showed up.
Creating
Look.
the situation that called my character's morality into question and made me stand my ground. That's why I'm voting On.
Okay.
I'm voting on for several reasons. One, for coming here under the various conditions. Two, for being a very devious thinker and, thinking very cleverly in a way from, like, straight upwards. Two, for trying to find the middle ground of the whole situation. And three, for trying to ease the party and the pirates to find a workaround and middle ground with what he desires to what everyone else desires.
Yeah, I'm trying to appease everyone.
All right.
Sometimes that is very impossible.
That's okay.
If I had to give to be honest, if I was to give my second, if I had to pick, if I wasn't on, it would either be a tie between Sips and Creepah, because both of them, they played their characters very well, especially with Creepah trying to be the mediator, second command, trying to, like, figure out the betterment of the captain versus the party interests. And Sips for being the ballsy one here and going, fuck you all, I don't trust you all.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't like you. I want to kill you.
Yeah.
What you're saying is I was actually needed? Okay.
Yeah, you were definitely needed. You're always fucking needed. You're captain.
I'm making a joke.
It was
Fucking
absolutely
triggered over here.
You know what, Odd? You're always needed here.
All right, Creepah. What about you? Who do you pick?
Even though it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Picks himself.
No, I'm giving it to On because and two reasons. One, I want you to gun me the fuck down, and second of all, I'm the ass you just pulled out of the. I'm the one whose ass you just pulled out of the fire.
All right, today's MVP is on.
Now gun me down, you bitch.
Gun me down.
What is it? What is this? The whenever you're on TV, my 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
All right, now for Lady Luck.
Ow.
Alrighty, today's lucky winner is
Creepah.
No, please. I do not want it.
well, that's too fucking bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's too fucking bad.
Lady Luck's giving it to me.
He's giving it to you raw.
Raw SmackDown.
Unfiltered.
Well, with that being said, thank you guys for watching the latest episode of Primordial's Bounty. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Wait for the
Bye.
TPK.
Crucify Creepah! Crucify Creepah!
Oh God.
Pain. Just pain.
Yeah, bye.